Howdy folks, and welcome to this kind of an ad hoc video, so to speak. This is going to be a live commentary of my veteran Vateshran Hollows run with the Cheap Tricks Magicka Sorcerer build that I have on my channel. Now, I'm going to have to do this in segments because I did a run about 2.5 hours ago. I recorded the run, but the footage, for whatever reason, came out as corrupted. So I'm gonna do one arena, check the footage, second arena, check the footage, and so on and so forth. So as I mentioned, this is Cheap Tricks build that I have on my channel, and I'm using heavy slime claw head, 5 pieces of false god, hexo sword legs, 2 pieces of jewelry, sharpened lightning staff on the front bar, maelstrom inferno staff on the back bar, and the ring of pale order. Heavy head, medium legs, to get the most out of the Undaunted Metal passive. More resources, more health, beautiful. Everything is divines, and I'm using the Thief Munder Stone because of the crit surge. This skill heals you for 3.3k every time you do a critical damage while it's active. So having as much crit as possible, 41%, 42 almost, is always nice. Now, I have mentioned in the Cheap Tricks build video that you don't need the perfected False God and the perfected Maelstrom's Inferno Staff. In fact, there is no reason to use the perfected Inferno Staff. The perfected False God gives you 129 weapon and spell damage, which is always nice, but you don't use this set for 129 weapon and spell damage. You use it for the Minor Slayer and also for the sustain. Plus, it gives you more critical chance. Hexo Sword gives you 12k shield, more crit chance and weapon and spell damage. But the Maelstrom's perfected version gives you 1190 offensive penetration, which is, like, frankly, wasted on the back bar. So if you go to normal Maelstrom, it takes, I don't know, 25 minutes, half an hour maybe. The arena is so easy that, like, every time you look at something, it just dies. So you can have this in no time, and it will do the job perfectly fine. False God, all you have to do is go to Craglorn, wait until somebody is looking for a normal Sunspire farming group. People are looking for members all the time. Just go in, farm the normal False God, and you'll have it in no time as well. Scales, Streak, absolutely beautiful escape tool, which will come in handy when we get to the last boss. Familiar, good damage. Consuming Trap, decent damage, but also every time enemy dies, you heal for almost 5k and restore 6k magicka and 2.6k stamina. Beautiful, fantastic sustain tool. Crystal Frags, use it when it procs. Crushing Shock interrupts, which will come in handy when you get to the Minotaur boss. Temporal Guard, this is there just to gain the minor protection. On the back bar, Elemental Drain, Sustain, and Major Breach. Familiar again. Boundless Storm, more resistances, somewhat decent damage as well, and Major Expedition, very nice. A must-have, this skill is a must-have. Critical Search. You get 20% more weapon and spell damage, and also, while active, dealing critical damage heals you for 3.3k health. Beautiful. And the last skill, Unstable Wall of Fire. I'm using the Fire Rage ultimates. You can use whichever ultimates you prefer. Let's say Greatest Stone Matronak is very nice. Also the Meteor or Morphs. Whatever ultimate you feel like does the job for you, use it. I'm using this one. So let's talk about the arenas first. As you can see, you have blue, green and red arena. The thing in this place is that every time you finish one of these arenas, in the next one the enemies will be stronger and harder to kill. So to make my life as easy as possible, I do the blue one last, because that whole arena is just a piece of cake. It's just a walk in the park. And since I'm doing it last, the enemies are the strongest, quote unquote, it's still easy. I'm doing the first arena that I'm doing is the red one, because the last boss is a pain in the backside, if I'm being honest, and I want to get it over with as quickly as possible. The Minotaur boss in the green arena is annoying, but not really that hard and difficult. So I try to make my life as easy as possible and do the red arena first, then green, then blue, and then the last boss. So I'll see you in a second inside the red arena. And welcome back. So this is the first arena that I do. The trick here is that you don't have to fight all the enemies. You see these camps, you don't have to fight those. When you get to a gate like that, you see the fiery gate, so to speak. That's where you have to start fighting, basically. And kill the gatekeeper, in this case the Daedroth. And when you kill the Daedroth, everything else just disappears. As you can see, no enemies. Also, there are red kind of balls all over the place. And in special places also green and blue and stuff. They increase your health, stamina and magicka. They're like kind of power-ups. You can look for those to gain more health and magicka and stamina. I don't really care about that anymore. So I just whenever I'm here, I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible. And again, you get to a gate, you kill the gatekeeper, everything just disappears. Now, this first boss is not really that hard. The only difficult part is there will be portals opening up and scums will come out of those portals. They, if you don't kill them, they will kinda multiply. They will keep coming and coming and coming. So after a certain period of time, you may feel overwhelmed In which case you just go and kill the scamps. But otherwise, the only difficult part is that there will be this lava pool, kind of. And when the Iron Archonag comes out, as you will see in a second, there's the portal and there's the scamp. So when this Iron Archonag comes out, you can kill it. Well, you have to kill it. Well, you don't have to, but when you kill it, as you can see, there is this lava pool. There is a rock that you can just throw in that lava pool, and it kind of stops the lava from spitting hot stuff on you. But it's only useful if you do this as like second or third arena. If you do this as first, you don't really care. These walls of fire are annoying. Daedrots, Archonags, scamps. This can be a bit chaotic, so my advice is kill the odds first, because they make your life miserable, and then you can go back to focusing the boss. Keep your buffs up, don't be like me, because I tend to forget buffs and stuff like that. Keep your pet doing damage. And where is she? There she is. And she's dead. It's not really that difficult, especially since I'm doing this as the first arena. Now, to get across the lava, what you have to do is heavy attack this orb while you're standing next to it. You'll get a shield and you will take no damage. Otherwise you will just die in the middle of the lava. Kill these 3 scamps. They're not really that difficult. Just a bunch of scamps. Now from here you have to go that way, again through the lava. Heavy attack the ball. Get the shield. Again, kill the gatekeeper. Don't worry about the scams or anything else behind the gatekeeper, because when you kill this Daedroth, they go away. Now, here I wait a couple of seconds because you can see a Bone Colossus back there. You get more points, like score. If you're doing a score run, you can just go in and nuke the boss. The skeleton. I don't really care too much. I wait a couple of seconds, kill this Flame Archonag. Get the shield again. Get to this platform. Kill stuff here. Just 3 dudes. And they're dead. Now, when you kill these 3 guys, there will be another platform over there. And that's the platform where I usually die. Well, not usually die, but that platform is just a really difficult place because you've got loads of enemies plus one crematorial guard or a big ass Daedroth. So what you want to do is focus the Daedroth. And of course my food has run out. I'm using Witch Mother's Potent Brew. This gives you magicka, magicka recovery and some health. Always nice. So the same rule applies for that platform, the next one, as for the gates. You focus the crematorial guard. When the crematorial guard or the Daedroth dies, everything else will just disappear. So focus that guy. You can even use ultimate if you want, but this platform, I used to die a lot here. Again, forget about everything else. This is the guy you want to kill as quickly as possible. And they're all dead or gone. Again through the lava to the last boss. This arena has advantage compared to the Maelstrom arena because this can be a very short run. Now this is the last boss of this red arena. A pain in the backside. If you can see these kind of semicircles, those orbs that we used for shields getting here will spawn in one of these semicircles during a fight. So you want to keep an eye out on those. And when you see one spawning, keep close. The reason being is that during a fight, the boss will stab the sword into the ground, and this whole platform will become one fiery inferno. There will be, like, over here at the corner, like a place where there will be no fire. But what you want to do in the case of him stabbing the ground, the sword to the ground, is again heavy attack the orb, get the shield, and there will be a fire geyser in the middle, which will go into one of these three semicircles. And what you want to do is grab the shield from the bowl, and if the fire is here, get here, hold block, go inside, stand there for a second so the fire kind of disappears. Because if you don't cleanse the fire, so to speak, I don't know how many times, because I've never seen it happen. I've always cleansed the fire, but let's say it's 3 times, because if I remember correctly it is. The fire from this arena will not disappear. Again, I've never seen it happen, so I don't know exactly what happens. But you don't want that to happen. So what you want to do, grab the shield by heavy attacking the ball, find the fire, go inside, hold block, cleanse the fire, and back to the boss. Now there are 2 portals, one there, one there. Every 30% big ass skeleton will come out of those, and when that happens you want to use your ultimate, so save your ultimate, because the skeleton will have a lot of fire damage, plus like normal skeletons, not big ass skeletons, and you want to get rid of the big skeleton as fast as possible. Now, when the skeleton comes out, move to the other side, like here, because if you don't, he will not come directly to you. He will stand somewhere in the middle of the lava, and since you cannot go into the lava and you want the skeleton to die as fast as possible, you must make him come to you. So come here, you'll jump on a platform, use the ultimate, forget the boss, kill the big skeleton as fast as possible, back on the boss, and rinse and repeat. So enough talk. Okay, so here we go. So there's the shield. So I want to keep an eye on the shield. This attack is something that you want to stand next to. Avoid his breath. This is the stab thing. Okay, we got the shield. Now where is the fire? There. So what you want to do is hold block, cleanse the fire, heal up, and back on the boss. Again, keep an eye out on the orb. There it is. There's a skeleton. And let's move away from here. Okay, so let's use the ultimate. Forget the boss. Kill this dude. Okay, so let's heavy attack this one. Find the fire. This thing, it comes that way. Hold block, go in, use potion. So there's the orb. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. So this time it's here. Ultimate. Forget the boss for the time being. Focus this guy. And now it's just the boss. You don't have to worry about the fire anymore because he's just dead. So this was the hardest boss in this arena, in my opinion, and that is why I always do the red arena first. So I'll see you in a second in the green one. And welcome back. So this is the green arena, and as before, these enemies, well, some of them at least, are skippable. So You don't worry about these guys. Find the gatekeeper. Kill the gatekeeper. And everything else will just go away. And again, no enemies. Now this gatekeeper is kind of showcase of the mechanics for the next boss. As you can see, the wild boar, is it boar? Wild pig, whatever. It kind of glows. Now when you start fighting this gatekeeper, a spriggan will appear. And you have to kill the spriggan to gain, it's called blessing. Because if you don't get the blessing, the boar will be invulnerable, so to speak. And the only way to kill it is to kill the spriggan first, and then you can do damage to the boar. And that will be a mechanic that will happen during the boss fight.
You require my blessing.
So there's the spriggan. Not that hard to kill. The annoying part is that the boar has this charge attack, which can be interrupted. And another thing I want to mention is that pets die in this arena. Sometimes quite a lot. And as you can see, the charge attack is interruptible. Okay.
But do you have the strength for more?
So what happens during the boss fight here is you will have to kill all 3 spriggans down there. When you kill them, you will get their blessing, and one of the lurchers, which will be that one, will spawn or become alive, because they're all in like covered with vines. So that one will come alive, let's call it that. And since you've killed the spriggans, you will have the blessing and you will be able to do damage to the lurcher. And the lurcher will glow, pardon me, the same as the wild boar over there. Pardon me. The thing to watch out for is I'm sorry. During a fight, those spriggans will not like die. They will give you the blessing, and they will go towards the edges of this or the edge of this arena or platform. But every now and then, one of them will connect you with a beam. And the beam will steal the blessing if you don't interrupt the spriggan. And the boss becomes invulnerable again. So what you're going to have to do is run around the arena, kill all 3 spriggans again, regain the blessing, in which case you will be able to damage the boss again. Now, for some reason, you can kill these spriggans with like 2 hits when you jump down, but if they steal the blessing from you, they are kind of hard to kill. So you want to avoid that, and that's when Crushing Shock comes in handy. So let's give it a go. Yeah, see, that was the blessing, they're all dead. This Spriggan comes alive, and as you can see, it glows. As the fight progresses, these two Spriggans will eventually come alive as well. But you can only damage the Spriggans. Lurchers that are glowing. Sorry, I was looking for the correct word. So that's the beam. You want to interrupt the Spriggan.
This new host serves me better.
There it is. So only damage the Lurcher, not Spriggan, Lurcher. That is glowing. You see, that one is alive but not glowing. Block this. This doesn't do much damage, it just knocks you back. It's just annoying. Again, watch out for the beam. And again, interrupt the Spriggan. Where is it? There it is. Don't attack this Lurcher. Attack the one that glows. Block this. And attack the glowing Lurcher. Block this again. Interrupt Spriggan. And there we go. Made a ton of mistakes, but yeah, in the end, the boss is dead. Now, there is a portal. As you can see, don't take this. This will take you back to the beginning. Just keep going. There is also, in each of these arenas, I forgot to mention, there is also like a secret boss. In this case, he's here. You can go kill those bosses if you choose to do so. But if you're just farming gear, you don't care about that. So again, avoid or skip as many enemies as you can because it saves time. Gatekeeper. Come on, game. There we go. So, when you grapple, sometimes what can happen is, as you can see, you grapple and you should land on this platform. But sometimes the game decides that you will not land on the platform and you fall to your death down there. Which can be quite annoying, especially if you're running or trying to do the no death run. But what can you do? And to me, it happens especially at this stage. So let's hope it doesn't happen. Okay, it didn't happen. So the platforms are kind of small and narrow, and sometimes the game just decides that you're going to miss it and fall and die. One last gatekeeper before the... Is it the last gatekeeper? In any case, you have to kill this dude. And yeah, that was the last gatekeeper. Now, this boss is just annoyance. The boss doesn't do that much damage. There are no like special mechanics that will kill you. Well, there are, but easily avoidable. What happens here is the first mechanic that you absolutely have to watch out for are these guys. They're kneeling, but during the fights, every now and then they will stand up and start waving their staves around. In which case you have to interrupt at least two of them. The reason being, if you don't interrupt them after a certain period of time, each of the non-interrupted guys will light this whole platform on fire and you will die. So you want to interrupt them, at least two of them, because as you can see, that platform is blue, that is orange, that one is blue, and this is orange. Now the boss jumps around and also he changes colors. You will see that after a couple of seconds of fighting, he will jump over there and then he will change color to blue. Or if he jumps again to that platform, he will change color to red. Now, if he's red and you're on a red platform, you cannot do damage to the boss. The same with the blue color. If he's blue and you're standing on blue platform, you cannot do damage. So you have to, if he's blue, you have to be on red platform. If he's red, you have to be on blue platform. That's why you have to interrupt at least two of these guys, because if you interrupt just this one, everything else will be on fire. The boss will change color to red, and you're screwed pretty much, because this is a red platform and he will not take damage. What I do is I take my time here and just grapple around and interrupt all of them. Better safe than sorry, so to speak. Now, a thing to watch out for is this is the boss where I died the most in the history of my Vateshran Hollows runs, because he jumps. When he jumps towards you, you can either block it or dodge roll it. I'm used to dodge rolling, but for some reason I always dodge roll out of this platform and die. So don't be like me, be smarter. Either block or dodge roll like this way. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, during the fight there will be archers on platforms. They're not really hard to kill, like one heavy attack and they're dead. But they can be annoying because they will just shoot arrows at you. So again, enough talk. Let's kill the sucker. Watch out for his charge. Yeah. Always keep an eye on those guys. On these guys, I mean. Okay, so as you can see, he changed color. So every time he changes colors, 2 archers will spawn. And they're just annoying, those archers. So every time you're on the platform where the archers are, just kill them. He changes colors again. So back to that platform. Yeah. Okay, these guys are going to cast, so interrupt this guy, grapple, interrupt this guy, grapple, interrupt this guy, grapple, interrupt this guy, dodge roll, and grapple to the right platform. And grapple back to the blue platform. Use the ultimate. Okay, these guys interrupt, interrupt, interrupt this one, interrupt this one. And the boss is red, so let's go back to blue platform. Oh no, he's blue, he changed colors, okay. Okay, so grapple there. And interrupt time. And as I mentioned, I dodge roll out of the platform all the time, because why not? I'm not trying to damage the boss here, I'm trying to kill the archers because they are annoying. He's changed colors, so back to this platform. Okay, these guys are casting again, so grapple, 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 and grapple. And he's blue, so let's go back to the red platform. And now he changed colors again. Why not? Just remember to keep your buffs up. Interrupt these guys. And he's nearly dead. Oh, come on now. Okay, so it was long and tedious, but that's just the way this thing works. Make your life as easy and as safe as you can in here. I didn't have to go all over the place, interrupt all 4 of them guys, but you never know which platform you're going to need and that kind of stuff, so just keep it safe. And I'll see you in a second in the last arena. And welcome back. Now, as I've mentioned previously, this arena is a walk in the park compared to the previous 2, even on the highest difficulty, so to speak. Almost all of the mobs here are skippable. You don't have to fight these. You have to fight Gatekeeper. Well, this is going to be slightly annoying. Because they saw me coming. But during the fight, at the later stages of this arena, you will be able to literally skip everything and fight just either gatekeepers or bosses. Right, so here you want to go to the right. Just watch out so you don't fall down. Avoid these lightning thingies. And again, a gatekeeper. My pet decided to fight all the enemies over there. So, yeah, sometimes your pets are not really too smart. The advantage of the trap ability is that you can have it running on multiple enemies at the same time. So when multiple enemies die, you get health, stamina, and magicka back from multiple sources. Now this first boss is harder than the next one, the last one. This dude, Zakurin the Sculptor, will call out a flesh Atronach from over there, basically. And those two are the bosses of this stage. Now, what you want to look out for is the heavy attack smash of the Flesh Atronach, because that deal a ton of damage, and you're pretty much toast when he hits you with it. You will see a big telegraph, like a giant white circle on the ground. That means he's going to do the heavy attack. Just walk out of it. Now this boss ports around the arena, so watch out for that. And when he ports, after a while he becomes shielded and he doesn't take any damage. What you want to do then is keep close to the boss, because when the Flesh Atronach does the heavy attack smash and he hits the boss, this guy, and his shield, it will break the shield. So you will be able to deal damage again to this guy. So that's one of the mechanics here. Another mechanic is, well, the not more important, but they have to die together, basically. Zakurin and the Flesh Atronach, or very close to each other, to one another. Because when, for example, the Flesh Atronach dies, Zakurin will heal up to like 60%, 50-60% of health, and he will become enraged, and his attack, or all his attacks, then deal a lot more damage than before. The same applies to the not Storm, Flesh Atronach. If Zakurin dies, like before the Flesh Atronach, if they don't die together, the Flesh Atronach becomes enraged and just pretty much starts one-shotting you and stuff like that. So usually what happens in my case is they will become enraged, because I just suck at micromanagement. But we'll see how it goes this time. So there's the Flesh Atronach. Those were just basic attacks. Those were not the heavy attack I was talking about. Interrupt this. This is the heavy attack. You see the circle on the ground? Yeah, avoid that. And again, yeah, this is the shield. So there we go. Shield broken. Now where is he? He again ported. So let's use the ultimate here. Again, heavy attack, avoid that, because that's pretty much a one-shot. Interrupt again. And again the boss ported away. I have to focus more the Atronach. Avoid this heavy attack. Interrupt this. Okay, keep close to this guy because you want the Flesh Atronach to heavy attack the boss, so there it is. You can break the shield. Interrupt. Oh, okay. So as you can see, they didn't die together. And yeah, that happened. Like I said, I suck at micromanaging. And this was all my fault. Interrupt that. Avoid the heavy attack.
Protect me, Dreadlord!
Let's see. No. He didn't break the shield, unfortunately. Oh, now he will.
Not me, you clumsy oaf!
Okay, so where is the Zakurin? There he is. Oh, avoid this. Interrupt. And where did the boss go? There he is. Okay. So let's make him heavy attack. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good stuff. So this is how it was supposed to be done.
So far, so good, outsider.
But at least you saw what happens when you don't kill them together. Yeah. Now, you use this platform, and what happens here is, you see you have a like a kind of purpley glow on you, and that glows means that if you spend too much time in here, it will port you back to the beginning. So what you want to do is just run and use these glowing sigils. They will prolong the time that you can spend here. You want to get to the end, pull the chain, and the bridge will form here. Follow the bridge. Again, if you go the other way, you can get all the way up here. There's the secret boss. But again, if you're doing it for fun, you can go and kill the boss. If you are just farming gear, just make this as fast as possible. Now, again, skip all the enemies you can. Just run all the way to the platform. Use these sigils. Now these eyes snare you if you come close. See? I'm snared. Not these tentacly eyes, but those big ones. So again, pull the chain. Don't worry about any enemies there. And one last chain pull and we're at the last boss, basically. Use this. Don't get close to that eye. Use this again. Pull the chain. There we go. Like I said, this is a walk in a park compared to the previous arenas, because this is the last boss of this whole blue arena. Now, the boss doesn't move. He will stay always in the middle. But if you remember those eyes that I mentioned that snare you, the big kinda not tentacly eyes, but just eyes, they will appear around the edge of this arena. And they're kind of tough to kill. And since they snare you and drain your resources and stuff like that, they are a major annoyance. So what you want to do is wait for the boss to do a special kind of heavy attack. When you see the eye, you get behind it. So the eye is, for example, here. You stand here, so the eye is between you and the boss. You do damage to the eye, you forget the boss. Get rid of the eye as fast as possible. So you do some damage to the eye, and the boss will do like a heavy ground attack. It will be a ground AoE that will move from the boss towards you. And if it hits the eye, it will do serious damage to it. So it will take a couple of hits to kill the eye. It will not destroy the eye completely, but it will only take a couple of more hits to dispatch the eye. Now also, as you can see, this is a copy paste from Maelstrom Arena, the top platform. The boss doesn't port upstairs, but during the fight a portal will appear here by the door. If you activate it, it will port you upstairs, and there will be those tentacly eyes. And what they do is they float around up there and shoot kind of laser beams randomly across this arena. And they deal small to moderate amount of damage to you when they hit you, so you can just avoid them by running around. But they multiply up there. So the safest course of action is, you see the portal, you take it, go upstairs, kill as many of the eyes as possible, but beware, they sometimes explode and knock you down, and also you only have limited amount of time up there, after which you will just be ported back down. So kill as many as possible, go back down, keep an eye on the eye, damage the boss, rinse and repeat. Easy, really easy, this fight. If you don't mess it up, which I sometimes do, this will be over in no time and without any deaths or whatever. So And as you can see, that's the portal, right? And that's the eye I was talking about. So let's get behind it. And that's the special ground attack that the boss has. And those are the lasers. You see those tentacly eyes over there. So let's port upstairs. Kill as many as possible. Again, sometimes they explode. Okay, you can just jump down. You don't take fall damage. Use the ultimate. Oh, I missed the eye here. Never mind. Okay, the eye is gone. This portal, when you use it, it disappears, but if I'm not mistaken, it's like every 30 seconds that you can use it, so... Yeah, like I said, sometimes they explode. Okay, and I got ported downstairs. And here's the eye. The boss is going to do the heavy attack. And again, you can go upstairs. Kill the eyes, jump down. And soon there should be another eye. I mean, one of those eyes that you have to kill. What is it? Is it not gonna spawn again? Okay. I'm not complaining. And just forget about the tentacly eyes upstairs. The boss is almost dead. There you go. So that was the blue arena, the easiest one of them all. And I'll see you again in a second. And we're going to get rid of the last boss. And at long last, we're at the final boss. This fight can be extremely hard, nearly undoable. Or it can also be fairly easy. What makes the difference are the tactics that you deploy during this fight. You don't want to engage the boss head on. What you want to prioritize are the odds. And especially the 4 skeletons. That will be one here, one there, one on the other side, and one over here. They will be in chains and they will not move unless she calls them to fight or you do any kind of damage to them. In both cases they will awaken and start fighting you. So you want to get rid of those skeletons as quickly as possible, because once they're gone, and they're not coming back until you've finished one of those platforms. Those platforms are the main mechanic in this fight. As you can see, there is one red, one green, and one blue over there. When you drop the boss down to 10% health, she will channel an AoE explosion that will start in the middle and spread towards the edges of this arena. When that happens, you have to grapple to one of those platforms, take a portal, go to another dimension, kill a mini-boss, and come back. The thing with the platforms is that the mechanics carry over. And that means there will be a lightning mechanic over there. When you kill the mini-boss and come back here, you will have a lightning mechanic over here. There will be a minotaur with kind of like a snare / damage AoE mechanic over there. When you kill that one and come back, you will have occasionally minotaur spawning with the same AoE ability or mechanic. And when you kill the mini-boss over there, a fire mage will occasionally spawn here and do some nasty stuff. So in the end, you will have 3 more mechanics to worry about, plus skeletons, plus general odds, plus the beam dudes, and the boss. Which means that the fight can become extremely chaotic. And the last mechanic that you do not really have to worry about are the beam dudes. Occasionally she will spawn a bunch of guys connected with a beam. They will spawn around the edge of this arena, slowly walk towards the middle, and if you touch the beam, you die. When they get to the middle and you're still inside the circle, after a couple of seconds, I think it's 10, they will explode and you will die. The only way, well, not the only way, the intended way to get out of the circle or defeat the mechanic, so to speak, is to kill one of those guys, break the beam, and just walk out of the circle. But since you're a Sorc and you have this magic button, you don't really care about those beam dudes. When they get close to you, just streak through and you're fine. What you have to be really careful about, and I've already died 3 times while attempting to finish this bloody arena, is you have to wait until they're like close to the center, because when you're fighting something here and they appear and then you streak through them, you basically fall off this platform. So yeah, be careful. So let's see. These are the skeletons. And as I mentioned, you want to get rid of them as soon as possible. These are the general odds. The slime ball and a mage. There can also be an archer. And let's get rid of this skeleton here. And she's calling out the beam dudes. So just wait until they're closer to the middle, because it's not that hard to streak off this freaking platform. There we go. Okay, and one last. And there's the mage again. And now they're all gone, you can start focusing the boss. Beam dudes. Again, you don't care about those. Pardon me. And streak through. Now, the order of platforms that you do is, you know, doesn't really matter. But I highly recommend you starting with the green one, because that mechanic is the easiest to avoid, so to speak, and you will not have to worry about too much damage and stuff like that. Now, if you drop the boss down to 10% while these beam dudes are active, she will just start channeling the AoE. Grapple, there we go. Take the portal to another dimension. Now, only one of these minotaurs is kinda damageable. So don't try to kill both. Okay, where's the portal? Oh, there it is. So again, let's get rid of these guys. And goodbye. Where are you? There you are. And there's the Minotaur guy. Kill the ads, always prioritize the ads. So the ads are gone. The next platform will probably be the blue one. Well, not probably, but it will be the blue one. Beam dudes again, but she will probably drop down to 10% before that. Yep, so let's grapple to the blue one. Take the portal. Don't drop your ultimate immediately, because sometimes this guy ports around, but not now. Well, like that, but he's fortunately still inside. And as you can see, the mechanic is, like the Minotaur mechanic is still happening. And now when we go back, we will have two mechanics, lightning and the Minotaur. So we will have the beam guys. So let's kill this guy as quickly as we can. And goodbye. And this guy. Oh, we have odds. This Minotaur doesn't do that much damage. It's like mainly snare. Okay, beam guys. And streak through. Okay, where's the red one? There it is. Grapple. And now what you want to focus, or who you want to focus, is this guy. And you want to interrupt the guy because he deals like flame damage and is extremely annoying. This one. And you will have the guy after you kill this one, you'll have the guy as a additional mechanic in the main room or on the main platform. There he is again, and he just spawns extremely fast. Interrupt. Okay, is there a portal we can take? Yes, there is. And since it took a long time, she's regenerated quite a lot of health, so the fight will just last a bit longer. Streak away. Okay. Well, so that didn't work. And let's do this again. No idea what happened there, but it happens. So this guy. this guy. And one last. Okay, and we can focus the boss now. Slowly but surely, she's going down. And the most important thing is you don't have to worry about skeletons, because they are annoying. Okay, 24, where's the green one? Okay. Grapple, oh there we go. And where's the portal? There it is. So, once again, kill the skeleton. Guards. There we go. Is there another one? Oh, there's no more. Okay. Just double checking. So once again, the next one will be the blue one. And here we are. You can actually, as you can see, there is a skeleton guy. You can kill them here as well, and they will not be over there, but that was a mistake on my part, because it will just take more time and she will regenerate more health. There's a portal. There we go. And as you can see, we've got the lightning mechanic here again. Okay, so there it is. Let's hope we're not going to die because of some stink bug or something. What I somewhat highly recommend when you finish the last platform is taking the shield sigil, and when you feel overwhelmed, well, not feel, but when you are going to be overwhelmed, here you want to focus this fire mage. Because the shield helps a lot. Okay, portal. There it is. And this fire mage is the one that you need to focus. And interrupt, most of all. And there it is again. Ultimate. Okay, that's the last skeleton. What you can do now is take this one, take this one, and this makes it like a lot easier, all those sigils. You don't really have to, but and there's this guy again. Interrupt, interrupt, I said. Streak. Grab a sigil if you want. Interrupt this. Ultimate. And she's dead. Yeah, it was chaotic, like I mentioned. I died a couple of times due to basically my stupidity. Once due to weird streak bug, or I think it was a streak bug. Maybe it was just my mistake again. But this is how it all kind of happens. And this is not an easy arena. It's a lot more difficult than Maelstrom. But it's perfectly doable. It may take a couple of attempts, but otherwise I like it. It's fun. And this build, if you're not like me and do silly mistakes, works perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about shields. That's the most important thing. As I've mentioned in the Cheap Tricks build video, Hardened Ward is basically the same as Hexos Ward. But this shield is for free, and Hardened Ward is 3.4k magicka. And you have to cast it, which means you have to be aware of your health dropping down, and it's like the oh shit button. But Hexos Ward gives you pretty much the same shield every 7 seconds for free. Plus, on top of that, the stats on the set are actually very, very good. Crit chance, weapon and spell damage. More crit chance. So you do not actually lose any like damage. So highly recommend trying this setup. And I thank you guys for watching. And hopefully I'll see you next time.